County Court now in session. The Honorable Terry Hickey is presiding as chairman.
Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler.
Here.
Kel Crane.
Here.
Jordan DeLong.
Here.
Tabitha Denny.
Here.
Terry Hickey.
Here.
Terry Hodges.
Here.
Dusty Magwell.
Here.
Kenny Smith.
Here.
Tommy Frady.
Here.
Michael Woodley.
Mr. May, will you lead us in a word of prayer?
I will. Dear Heavenly Father, just thank you so much for this day. Thank you for your goodness, Father, to all of us, Lord, I pray. Tonight, God, as we come together to do business, God, help us to make right and sound decisions to best benefit this county and the citizens that live here. I give you all the praise and glory in Jesus' name, amen.
Let's all stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Moving on to number 5 on the agenda, approve, disapprove minutes from February 29 County Commission meeting is approved.
I make a motion.
I'll second.
Ms. Denny made the motion. Rain second. All in favor? Motion carried. Number 6 is concerning a truck removal of Van Buren County Highway Department truck to Van Buren County administrative property. What this is the Highway Department gave the solid waste, or the county, the what? Litter grant, a truck. We need to take it off of their inventory and put it on ours.
Make a motion to approve.
Mr. Crane made the motion to approve. Do I have a second? I'll second. Go ahead.
Who wants?
Who was that?
Mr. Smith.
Smith? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, number 7. Approve or disapprove County of Equalization members as follows: Brandy DeLon, Frida Christensen, Monroe Mooneyham, Doug Dotson, and Mark Cunningham. I guess we just,
All individuals are willing to serve again?
This came from Darlene.
Okay. I'll make the motion.
Ms. Deany made the motion. I hear a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 8, Committee B report. Mr. Mabel.
Committee B met March 7th, 2024. Roll call, members were in attendance for the meeting. First order of business, we discussed Piney Convenience Center site plans. Mayor Sullivan, still waiting to hear back from AT&T about the driveway access. Committee B is going to set a day to look over the site to lay out locations of trash compactor, building, driveway layout, oil bin, fencing, and such. Any questions about that? On the next thing. We discussed the Masonic building. The school board, Van Buren County School System, backed out from using the building as a daycare. Mayor Sullivan had other interested parties, and we'll get with them, see if they want to use the building. Discussion? Okay. We discussed Company Store Road, Jerry and Letha Chambers. They didn't request to close the Company Store Road. They wanted clarity on how far the Company Store Road went as far as the county road before becoming private. Committee B commented they could not advise him on any of the matter. As far as new business, we re-elected the vice chair, Michael Chandler, made a motion to elect Michael Woodley as vice chair. Kenny Smith seconded the motion. All members were in favor. Vote on that one.
I don't, no, I don't think so.
Then the meeting was adjourned.
Thank you. Number 9, new business. I think the first thing we need to do on the new, and under the new business is, to accept the resignation of Mr. Johnny Crane as our veterans, what did he read? I've got it. We got a letter said this is to inform you that I am planning on retiring from my position as Van Buren County Veteran Service Officer on March 28th, 2024. I've enjoyed my time as Veteran Service Officer. I wish the county well, a new Veteran Service Officer. It is a very important position, Mr. Johnny Crane. So, we just need to accept that. Is that all?
Yes, and then we'll have to probably,
New-
well, Committee B, I think, is on the veterans. So then we have to get together and make sure that we post it in the proper way to fill the position.
So we need any action on that?
You'd accept his resignation.
I hear a motion to accept Mr. Crane's resignation.
Make a motion.
Mr. Mabel made the motion.
I'll second.
Lon seconded it. All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. Next is Committee A.
Committee A met on March the 14th of '24. Attendance was Tabitha Denny, David Sullivan, Terry Hickey, Terry Hodge, Kel Crane by phone, Jordan DeLon, Heather Woodley, and Michael Brock. First order of business was amendment for the mayor's office was presented to the committee to purchase Next Gen software. Due to glitches in the Flex Gen software, amendment was as follows. Debit from 101,39,000 for $17,503.05. Credit to 101,51,300, 317 in the same amount. Jordan DeLon made the motion, and Terry Hickey seconded. All was in favor, and I'll make that in form of a motion.
Ms. Denny put that in the form of a motion. Mr. Crane second. Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Kel Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Mabel,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Tommy Frady.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried.
Next order of business was amendment for Sheriff's Department. Sheriff Brock spoke about the rising cost of food and custodial supplies over this year, and asked to amend the budget until the end of the fiscal year. They are also housing more inmates, so the debit was from 101,39,000 for the amount of 5,000. The credit line item was 101,54,210, line 410, custodial supplies of the same amount of 5,000. Jordan DeLon made the motion to approve the amendment. Terry Hickey seconded. Motion was passed. Debit 101,39,000 for the amount of 5,000, and credit line item 101,54,210, line 422 for food supplies in the amount of the $45,000. Kel Crane made the motion, and Terry Hodges seconded, and I'll make those both in the form of a motion.
Need to split them up. Can we do it? We need to split them up. Tom.
Okay, so first will be the debit of $5,000.
Tabitha made the motion to debit 5,000 for the custodial supplies. I need a second.
I'll second it.
Is that Smith?
No.
Hodges, okay, sorry. Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Kel Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey.
Yes.
Terry Hodges.
Yes.
Dusty Mabel,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Tommy Frady.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried. Go again.
Next will be the $45,000 for food supplies. And I'll make that in the form of a motion.
I have a second.
I'll second it.
Chandler? Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Cale Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Mabel,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Tommy Frady.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried.
Next was the amendment was brought forward for the Election Commission by Heather Woodley that was dated for fiscal year 2023 in the amount of $26,484.83 with zero match. This grant ends June the 30th of 2024. All funds will have to be spent by that time. Heather stated that Mr. Simons informed her that the money would be spent on various items and he hadn't decided what he was going to spend the funds on at the moment. So amendment is as follows. Debit 101,39,000 for the amount of $26,484.83 and credit line item 101,51,500 line 790 for the amount, same amount. Terry Hickey made the motion to approve and Terry Hodge seconded. All were in favor. And I'll make that in the form of a motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Cale Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges, Dusty Mabel,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Tommy Frady.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried.
Next order of business was Heather Woodley presented amendment for the water and sewer line item, stating that we didn't have enough in the line item to carry us until the end of the fiscal year with the rate increases. Amendment is as follows. Debit 101,39,000 for $6,500 and credit 101,51,800 line 454 for the same amount of $6,500. Terry Hodge made the motion and Kel Crane seconded. All were in favor, and I'll make that in the form of a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Cale Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Mabel,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Tommy Frady.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried.
Next order of business was Heather Woodley presented the judges and secretary line item to the committee, stating that the percentages that were sent from the White County Finance Department was not correct for the fiscal year, and we needed to increase the line item for that salary. Amendment is as follows. Debit 101,39,000 for the amount of $475.54 to credit 101,53,300 line 102 for the same amount of $328.82. And I'll make that in the form of a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Crane, second. Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Cale Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Mabel,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Tommy Frady.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried.
And that same was Heather presented the secretaries, and it was debit 101,39,000 to credit line 101,53,300 line 161 for the secretary of the amount of 146 and 72 cents. And I'll make that in the form of a motion.
Need a second.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Cale Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Mabel,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Tommy Frady.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried.
Last order of business was Heather Woodley presented the TCRS acknowledgement of employer rate effective July the 1st of 2024 through June 30th of 2025. The rate would stay the same at 7%. Terry Hodge made the motion and Terry Hickey seconded. And this is just something that we have to do every year to acknowledge the percentage. And I'll make that in the form of a motion.
Need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor, I can do that, can't I? Roll call then.
Michael Chandler.
Yes.
Kell Crane.
Yes.
Jordan DeLong.
Yes.
Tabitha Denny.
Yes.
Terry Hickey.
Yes.
Terry Hodges.
Yes.
Dusty Mabel.
Yes.
Kenny Smith.
Yes.
Tommy Frady.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried. Thank you. Number 10 is old business. You got any old business, David?
I thought Mr. Brock had recognition.
Yeah. You want to do that under old business or new business? No, I'm sorry then. I'll back up to new business. Go ahead.
Evening, Commissioners. Just to make a note, we did forward a revision to our personnel policy to the county attorney's office and received approval on that. And it was just clarifying some definitions on what full-time is, and then also being more clear with what an employee has to reach to be able to be paid overtime compensatory monies. So it wasn't necessarily spelled out in our policy that you needed to work the full 84-hour period or the 80-hour pay period in order to receive overtime pay. So we just wanted to clear that up. Sent that down to Mr. Upchurch's office, and he replied back that everything looked good. So I'm just making you aware of that, and I'll send a revised copy up to the mayor's office so they'll have that. Also, we brought to before the commission several months ago where we had entered into an agreement with the TBI where they would reimburse us on overtime hours that we work as related to methamphetamine cases, heroin cases, opioid cases. And we've been able to enter into an agreement now with them where they will reimburse us for overtime hours that we work in related to cannabis-related cases. So just making you aware of that. It's just we submit our overtime to them, the hours that we work, and they reimburse us, and we put that money back into our overtime line. So just so that everyone knows about what's going on there. And if anybody's got any questions about that, I'll be happy to try to answer those for you. The last thing I had is that I wanted to bring before the commission to take this opportunity in this public forum to address something that we've been working on and a direction that we've went. So in an effort to express my sincere appreciation to our deputies, officers, and staff, the Van Buren County Sheriff's Office initiated a program aimed at bestowing the appropriate recognition for commendable achievements by members of our department. Letters of nomination from supervisors, peers, and/or citizens may be submitted on behalf of a member of our team whose actions during their encounter are those that resulted in the most positive and productive outcomes possible. I've appointed an independent committee to review these nominations as they're submitted. I asked them to submit to me an individual whom I may recognize as the deputy or corrections officer or staff member of the quarter. This committee is made of individuals with vast knowledge and experience as it related to law enforcement, court proceedings, and service to the general public. And we're honored to have the members of that committee with us tonight. And there are the committee chairman, Rick Perez. There's committee member, Ms. Rhonda Williamson, and then committee member, Mr. Bob Graham. So I'm going to thank them for, this is something that I don't put my 2 cents worth in. I don't write the letters really. They come from peers, like I said, and their supervisors, and they're handed to them, and I'd let them make the decision. This committee met on March the 4th, 2024, and reviewed the letters of nomination, and I'm honored to share those with those results with you this evening. And the first, I'd like to read this to you. On October the 9th, 2023, at approximately 6:40 a.m., Van Buren County Deputy Cameron Clendenin was on patrol in the vicinity of Bone Cave, where he observed 2 males running across the yard of a residence there on Bone Cave Road. One of the males was carrying a small gasoline can inside a grocery bag. They went into a vehicle parked near the road that had the front end of it sprayed with black spray paint. Deputy Clendenin drove by the vehicle and ran the Tennessee registration plate via dispatch, who advised him that it was issued to a 2017 Kia Soul, silver in color, and that it was reported stolen out of Marion County, Tennessee. Deputy Clendenin returned to the Kia Soul and approached the vehicle. He found a female, later identified as a juvenile, seated in the driver's seat, a male whom Clendenin recognized was seated in the front passenger seat, and there was another male in the back passenger seat. After several verbal commands to exit the vehicle, the occupants refused to comply, and the young female put the vehicle in drive and proceeded southbound on Bone Cave Road. Deputy Clendenin activated his vehicle's emergency lights and siren and gave chase to them on Bone Cave Road and maintained a calm and composed demeanor, keeping his supervisors updated of the status and location of the vehicle as it fled onto Laurel Creek Cemetery Road. Very low speed, short distance, but Cameron was letting us know where he was at and what was going on. The vehicle came to rest into a field about 700 feet off the roadway after it had a flat tire, and all three of the occupants fled on foot into the nearby woods. One male was apprehended after a short foot pursuit and detained until backup units arrived on scene. Deputy Clendenin requested assistance from the Piney Fire Department and the use of their drone to search the nearby woods. After a lengthy search, all three occupants were taken into custody. The driver, when apprehended, stated that she was 16 years old and that she was a runaway from Blount County, Tennessee. Through his thorough investigation, it was discovered that the 16-year-old female was a known victim of human trafficking. The young female was reunited with the Department of Children's Services as they are her guardian, and the subsequent investigation led to numerous felony charges being brought against one of the males. Deputy Clendenin's actions on October the 9th, 2023 led to the recovery of a stolen vehicle, a young 16-year-old female victim of human trafficking who was freed from her captors, and 2 violent felons apprehended. Deputy Clendenin, if you'd come forward, I'd like to present him with a plaque here, with a certificate, and let him know how much I appreciate him. You are to be commended for your attention to detail, maintaining your composure under duress, and your professionalism. I believe you're a true asset to the Van Buren County Sheriff's Department and to the citizens of this county, and I appreciate you. Secondly, during the early morning hours of November the 13th, 2023, Deputy Brady Woodson, being a proactive law enforcement deputy, was conducting checks of the closed businesses within the city limits of Spencer and observed a parked vehicle adjacent to the Save-A-Lot grocery store. Deputy Woodson made contact with the driver, who appeared to be asleep behind the wheel of a gray Jeep Cherokee. The driver stated his driver's license was packed in his belongings and in the back of the Jeep. He was later identified and explained that he was moving from Colorado to Florida. When the male exited the vehicle, Deputy Woodson could smell the odor of marijuana and asked him if he had anything illegal in the vehicle. The male asked, "Can I not have it?" And Deputy Woodson replied that it was illegal to have marijuana in Tennessee. The male was asked to be honest, and that if it was only a small amount, he would probably only receive a citation for the offense. He then produced a tin with a green leafy substance believed to be marijuana, which he said was only about 2 grams, but when it was weighed, it ended up being over 10 grams of marijuana. Woodson observed the male reach for a tubular-shaped container and attempt to take a pill. Woodson quickly knocked the pill out of his hand and handcuffed the male and placed him in his patrol car until backup arrived. Woodson later determined that the pill was fentanyl. A search of the rest of the vehicle where he searched the rest of the vehicle where he also found several meth pipes by the driver's side door. While conducting his investigation along with his sergeant, Woodson was able to determine that the male had been committing burglaries and thefts of parked vehicles at hotels and closed businesses throughout Colorado, Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, and possibly other states. Woodson then obtained a search warrant signed by Judge Stanley to complete a thorough search of the vehicle. During the search of the Jeep, Woodson found a sheriff's major badge from Adams County, Mississippi, which was stolen from a vehicle that had been parked in Lebanon, Tennessee, belonging to an investigator named Tony Nichols, who was in Tennessee on assignment doing an investigation. In the Jeep were numerous items belonging to Investigator Nichols, including his duty belt, tactical vest, gas masks, and a large duffel bag of clothing. Also found inside the Jeep were prescription items and hypodermic needles, power tools, generators, miscellaneous items belonging to other individuals. Woodson also found a suitcase belonging to Joseph Sheehan with numerous personal items. Woodson was able to make contact with Mr. Sheehan, and the conversation went like this. I recently lost my wife and promised to take her remains to Virginia. I stopped at a hotel in Cookeville and got up the next morning and continued my journey to Virginia. When I arrived, I realized that someone had stolen my suitcase out of my car in Tennessee. The contents were mostly clothing and are easily replaced. However, it also contained all the photos of my deceased wife that are invaluable to me. I'm so thankful to Deputy Woodson to be able to get them back. The investigation is still ongoing and locating victims in other states. Woodson's actions on November the 13th, 2023 led to the arrest of a habitual burglar, the recovery of thousands of dollars in stolen items. Numerous burglaries and thefts have been cleared, as well as illegal drugs that were seized. Asked Deputy Brady Woodson to come and just let him know that he is to be commended for his attention to detail, investigative skills, and professionalism. Brady, you're a true asset to Van Buren County Sheriff's Department and to the citizens of this county, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys giving us the time to recognize these guys. I do want to say that there's a group of Van Buren County citizens who wish to remain anonymous that have approached me and provided a $50 gift card for each of these deputies for their deserving merits. So, and they will be recognized as co-deputies of the quarter. So I'll give these to them and let them know how much I appreciate them and their work. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. We appreciate that. You said do we have any old business, David?
Not
Nothing.
at the present time.
Okay. Do we have any comments from the public?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion been made and second that we adjourn. All in favor? Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.